Booyah.
Yay! Angles.
Okay.
Okay.
You see.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Perfect.
you are from Cali.
Yes.
And
Born and raised.
born and raised in Cali, guys, would mean that you are accustomed to not only African Americans but Latinos,
Yes.
probably of every ilk.
Yes.
Chinese,
Yes.
just probably a mixture.
A little bit of everything.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, in coming up in that environment, you probably dated the spectrum.
Yes, definitely. And in that time frame, I wasn't interested in black boys. That was my thing. I couldn't stand them. It was just, no, thank you. You know, I always wanted something different, something, you know, what I'm used to seeing.
Was it that they were loud or they were,
Yes, that's exactly what it was. I definitely think they're loud and childish. So the ones that pick on you and, you know, do the little funny stuff and, you know, get on your nerves. Right.
Okay.
Right. Get on your nerves. Yes.
So, was it easy to cross the racial divide and date other guys?
I would say in that particular age frame, it wasn't, because I didn't know any better. So I didn't know what to expect or how it would have gone. But once I got to high school is when all I loved was black boys.
It shifted.
Completely. Yeah.
Well, I wonder why. Was it they were cooler?
Black boys were cuter, shake better, stronger. You know, they're a lot more. Some of them, not all of them, but relaxed in a sense. And there's just something about a white boy not understanding my culture, not understanding my, you know, how. And then for me, Spanish were too sweet. Oh my amor, please come here. I'm so sorry. I'm so
gosh!
Just,
Really?
Please, anything. That's turned off to me. Too soft, too nice. We walk all over you. You know. Not attractive.
Okay. That I love. I mean, it's just another experience.
And I guess for me too as well. Going to high school, I found myself my voice. So at this point, I was no longer shy, no longer quiet. I was more outspoken. I was more, oh, he's cute, with no problem opposed to, and you know, and
don't tell him I said that.
Right. At this point, I'll tell him myself. Just give me a minute.
Wait a minute, love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then it wasn't until I moved to Georgia is when I started to see more black people. This is the only place I've ever seen so many black people before. I'm used to being a student in a class with 36 kids, and it was me and two other black girls.
Oh my God.
But the other two were mixed. So it was kind of like, okay.
Biracial.
Yeah, you know, but I was the full black one, you know? So having 6 classes and only being the only full black person in your class, or only 2 black kids in your class, you know?
That's
what I was used to. And then I come to Georgia and I'm like, oh my gosh, a black person. Oh my gosh, another one. Where are the white people at? You know, I'm starting to look at, where are the Mexicans? Where are my people? That's how I looked at it, because that's people. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's interesting. It really is. So you've been in Georgia like a couple of years?
4 years, 4 or 5 years going on now.
And would you say that you're making Georgia like your home, or you anticipate going back to Cali, or Cali is still home, you're here and you travel back? How do you look at?
I do look at Georgia as a place of home. I definitely do see that. Personally, I wouldn't move back to California. I'd probably buy property near the beach and vacation home.
Yes.
But the cost of living in Georgia is just astronomical. Even if I did have the money to...
In Georgia?
In California.
Oh, in California.
In California, it's just ridiculous.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want to live there necessarily.
Okay.
I do like the open space in Georgia.
Yes.
I do love the opportunity. It's a lot. To me, it's not as competitive as it is in California.
Wow.
You have people with doctors and masters applying for the same positions you are, and there's nothing in their field, you know?
All right.
Here, the opportunity is so much more easier. Just a little bit of education gets you so far out here. To me, for my experience.
Yes, yes.
So starting at the bank with no nothing, no college degree, no nothing, and being able to be assistant branch manager in less than 2 years.
That is great.
It's very hard to accomplish things like that in California.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
Almost everybody has some type of degree, or you know,
yes.
It's one of those common things. But here it's not more easy.
It's, you know what, and then hearing that also makes me think that your work ethic
Definitely.
is fierce, so that you could make that climb. Because there are some who don't have a sense of a work ethic,
and it's a shame.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. Yes.
So your family basically is here, or
I have no.
The crux of them are in Cali.
Yes, I have a lot of them in California, and then some in North Carolina, and I have my sister that lives out here. She's in Smyrna.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that must be nice.
Yes, it
to have
is.
family
It is.
close.
It is. But I've learned a lot about myself as well. So I like being by myself. Yeah, I don't mind my peace and quiet in my space and being to myself. I'm happy with that. It took me a while to get that way, but now that I am that way, I love it. I don't have to have someone in my face or be in company of someone. I can relax and be by myself.
Well, like the Broussards in this book, as I was telling you, the girl wanted to move away from her family. Family was everything in her world. Sometimes when you move away, you can realize that I'm okay, just like I am. And then when you want family, you know where to go, you know where to reach out, and go right back.
Definitely.
Being comfortable in your own skin and space is important.
And knowing that you got you.
Yes, yes.
Regardless of anyone else or anything else,
right.
I got me.
Right. And having that faith, that manifesting power in all of us, kind of falling back on Super Soul Sundays, is once you know it's present and moving within you and the world, you can move, you can fly.
I have no idea where you were.
And you are your biggest competition. You are your biggest threat. You know, you are the only one stopping yourself from doing what you truly
what you truly want to do. And then when you told the story of the guy, he was sitting there putting that wall, that invisible wall between himself and those people over there.
Who were spiritually connecting and believed and had, you know, faith. And these fakes, these phonies, they're just, it's all hoax.
Right.
And right then and there, when he tried to put it off as if it was fraud, someone shut him up.
And called him in to the group. I love that experience. I love the way the universe has the power to do that, to make us feel the oneness with others, even if we look at lines of demarcation. Oh, I'm not of their ilk. I don't like skin color. I don't speak the language. No. That's wonderful. Have you ever tried to speak another language?
¿Hablas español? Just a little bit.
Hablo español también.
Just a little bit, and I really wanted to evolve my sign language. I do speak a little. I spell everything.
I didn't know that.
I spell everything, but can't really say too much. But I love speaking silent. I love that culture. I used to work for Goodwill when I was younger, and in Goodwill they have like a special training class. And when you're training, they teach you how they help out special needs and people who are deaf and people who have autism. You know, so one of the things was people who are deaf and people who are handicapped, majority of the time don't want your help. So I remember one time a handicapped man, he dropped his cane, and as I went to go get it, he hit me with his other one. He did not want me to pick up that cane. I stopped and I was baffled, and I was like, what? And then another thing, so he didn't mean, he apologized, but I don't need your help. Okay, I apologize. Another thing that I learned was if you're trying to get an attention of a deaf person, you don't do this or none of that. You flip the lights on and off. They don't know, oh, someone's trying to get my attention.
That is so awesome. That makes sense.
Yes. They think it's rude when you're just like you're having a conversation and someone's like, hello, I'm talking to you. They don't want that. How rude, you know? There's ways of doing things. So I love that. I love that about that company. So it taught me a lot. So sign language is one of the things I just definitely wanted to learn. So I can spell my name and spell how I talk. That's a lot of spelling. It's a lot of spelling now.
Martina.
Yeah, and then what I learned as well, all people who are deaf, they make your own name. They make your own name, you know, like your sign. They know when you spell it to them, they know, okay, Martina. But then they'll make a sign gesture that means Martina.
So they won't have to go through all the letters every time they want to talk to you.
Right. They'll just, you know, some type of way they'll make a gesture that's now your name. I love that.
I like that. You know, for hearing people, that's kind of like a nickname. So instead of saying Martina, you could say Tina.
And they would make it however they want. Yeah.
And just
go with it.
I like that.
Beautiful, yes.
Sign language, American Sign Language. I didn't realize that Athera could do sign language.
Really?
Until she told me one day, she said, oh yeah, I can do that. I was like, what gave you, what was the impetus for you to learn American Sign Language? And she said, we have a cousin who was in my grade at school. And I'm her big sister. I didn't know a cousin at her age. And the cousin was deaf. And in order to talk to our cousin, she learned American Sign Language. And at school, they would be just talking. And I said, what?
Right.
That is
it's just so awesome. Could you imagine talking to someone and they have no idea what you're saying?
Done. Let me see.
It's like a club and you're not invited. You know?
Let me see.
I love that.
So is this I?
Now, again, I can only spell. Okay. So I would love to learn the actual signs for the words themselves.
Yes. Because I think somebody told me this is like I love you.
Okay. I believe this is milk. Because I know growing up, a lot of parents were teaching their children how to speak sign language. So certain things I learned: milk, girl.
Oh, why is that girl?
I guess the hair. Girl.
That's too cute.
We all know, fuck you.
I didn't know that.
Or is it this one? It's one of the two.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Oh my gosh. Certain things like that we pick up easily.
Too easily. And I think as far as Spanish is concerned, that was the first things I picked up in my schools and all the Spanish kids. I picked up the Spanglish that they would speak.
Oh yes. Well, you speak a little English, speak a little
Spanish, okay?
That's kind of like Cardi B's latest song. When she's singing about you chasing all the culo and the putas.
And the poolside.
Yes!
Yeah, I love it.
I love it too.
Definitely mixes it up.
What I love about Cardi is that I saw one of her interviews where she was saying, my dream was to be a rapper. But I didn't know if I would be successful as a rapper. And she was afraid that she wouldn't be successful and her dream would crash. And who wants to think that I can't have my dream? It's like we have a dream because somewhere deep down inside we know we can manifest it. And so that keeps us going even at times when she said, when she started rapping and it just opened up a whole new world for her, she was like, I can do this. I can do this. And it can be all of a part of who she is. She was saying she loved to make people laugh at school. Loved it. And now her little saying, everybody.
She patented it. Yeah.
Everybody. Yep. She patented it.
Yeah. And she made a little blog online saying, you guys are mad at me because I patented But every time a company calls, they're like, all right, well, can you end it with okay? Or can you say this okay? Or can you do this before you? So I patented. So now I get more money off of something that I, came up with. And everyone else should do the same. And it's unfortunate for those who didn't know that they can do that. So hey, I'm doing it, and I just love that. And again, one of the things about her that I love too is that she loves herself. So I know one of the things she was saying. And she said something about getting her teeth fixed.
Yes, she did.
And she said, it ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? But she loved it. I love me, and you know what I'm saying? And
I'm getting her teeth fixed.
Yes.
It's like when you get the money, do it.
Right. You know better.
Why not?
You do better. Yeah.
Like some people, they want to do things and they do certain things for everybody else, but especially women. And they don't. I like that about Cardi.
Yes. Yes. She stayed true to herself.
She did. I love how vulnerable she is as far as, I don't want you to know that I was once a stripper and don't mention that again. And now that I'm doing this, Cardi starts the conversation with, when I was stripping, I was like, I love it. And then, not only that, she makes it a part of her music.
Yep.
Shake a little ass.
Okay.
Shake it real fast.
Okay.
They would give you more money.
Okay. Yeah.
Be who you are, folks, and stop having so much self-hate and being ashamed because you think that person might, not like you.
Right? And anything, they may relate to you. Like, you know what? I've never had to shake a little ass.
Right.
But I thought about it.
Exactly.
I thought about it. I never got there, but trust me, I thought about it.
Shucks. I will say I used to run with strippers. I used to hang out with strippers. And they would take the stage and clear that money off and go home and take care of their families and do whatever they had to do. To them it was a J-O-B.
Yes.
Their mates weren't at home going, you did what? They were like, okay, babe.
Who? Where?
No, they were like, was it a good night? Was it a good weekend? We spent our lives being ashamed. Like, I'm not sure, are we still alive? You see the little red dot?
Yes.
Like for years and double years, triple years, I would be like, let me get a hat, let me get a scarf, let me get something, because I don't want you to see my head, because I have a big forehead, so let me just hide it.
I love your head. You don't have a big head, a big forehead.
Thank you.
Again, it's just a self thing.
Yeah, you know, and then vulnerability feels like once you say, you know what, I got a big forehead. It's bigger than my sisters and brothers, and accept that, and even make a video about it. I did a video called facing, you know, when you face the self and you face certain things about yourself. You can open doors that you didn't think imaginable. You know, because I did a video where I took my head and I put my hair back and I did my styles up and this way and that way. And to me, that was a never no before that point. Then I had to realize that vulnerability is your strength. Yes. It's like asking for help if you need help.
If you need it.
Instead of going around that corner and dying because you don't want them to know that you had to ask for help.
Right. So, and we all have those. And one of mine was I had stretch marks. I was young and I was like, what are these? Why are they here? And Mom, why does no one else have them? I couldn't stand that.
Yes.
You know?
What is this?
But now I'm grown. I'm like, fuck that shit.
And then you realize, yes, I'm still fabulous.
Right. Beautiful. Okay.
I'm still beautiful.
Okay.
And then you look around and go, well, look, I'm not the only one.
Right. But if you only look online, then you see that there is not. You know, you start looking for things and you don't like, dang, she's just as big as I am and not a mark in sight. Or what? Then you learn this is the camera.
I was just about to say. And you learn this is Facetune. And you can take anything out of this picture. Matter of fact, you can reshape your body
if you want to. Right. What's the whole point of plastic surgery then?
All right. and you can put that altered picture right up on Instagram, get a number of followings, and make money.
Yep. I just recently saw this blog on the Shade Room. Do you follow them on Instagram?
Oh my God, they get millions of views.
Yes. There was one particular post they posted where this woman had 3 million followers, and she had a campaign that she had just got signed up with through one of her followers. And they were paying her money. They did a whole photo shoot for clothing. And all she had to sell was at least 36 t-shirts or sweaters, one of the two. I don't know, maybe one of the both. And she couldn't do it. And she was so disappointed and sad and upset with herself, and apologized to the company, apologized to her fans, which I'm pretty sure she didn't have much of because she couldn't sell 36 t-shirts with over 2 million followers. So it was just a big eye-opening. I already knew about this, but just you can have as many followers as you want. This is a platform nowadays where we use to sell and promote ourselves, but there's so much fraud. There's so many people buying followers. There's so many people doing. You can't do that stuff and then act as if you want to be an entrepreneur. People who follow you are interested in you. When you buy followers, there's no interest there.
Thank you for saying that.
You know?
Thank you for saying that, because that opens the door for me to say this. On YouTube, followers are important because some people look at your subscriber base, and if it's like 250, you're kind of like laughed at like she's a little YouTuber.
Right.
She got 250 subscribers.
Right.
However, if that 250, if they're true followers and they love Tina, they will come and talk to you, and that will show up underneath. Plus, they will do whatever you ask them to do because they are invested in you.
Right.
And
they like what you like.
They like what you like, and it's a difference in like you said, between growing organically, meaning you find your tribe. You find those people who will naturally gravitate to your channel. As opposed to me saying for sub. Do you know what that is? Okay, on YouTube, sub for sub is, and I do have, I'm going to say this for the record, I do have lots of people I absolutely love for sub. That means I go to their videos and watch them, they come to my videos and watch me. And in a sense, they are my tribe. But some people take sub for sub and they create 1,000.
Got you.
And these are people locked into supporting one another. But in essence, when you really boil it down, it ties into you having to go to 1,000 people and watching their videos for them to come back and watch yours. And if you should miss one or two of their videos, they can then say, okay, Tina is not supporting me, I'm going to get lost from her channel. So that's not really a true supporter. And they call it a permanent sub, but a permanent sub is still different from a true supporter who is going to watch you because they still love you.
Yes.
And if you miss 2 uploads, when you get back, they're going to say, Tina, where have you been? I miss you, girl. And they're not going to be gone because you're not watching their videos. So that's what I see when I see a lot of sub for sub. So I'm trying to grow organically, but yet if I meet somebody in sub for sub who has a channel that I want to watch, I want to watch it. I would watch it probably anyway, because if they're doing fashion and style and hair and vlogs, I'm in. I'm all in for that. But I guess what I want to say is I don't want to grow my whole channel on sub for sub just to monetize my video. I want people who are going to come back.
And be there just because, like you said, you be gone and be like, Claudia, where you been at?
Yes!
It's been a week!
Yes! And still wait.
Going down,
Zoom, how do you zoom?
Alright, now it's going to do a combo move.
Get it! Wait a minute! Lila!
Good job, bro.
Uh-oh!
See you in the game, man.
Layla! Get your butt back on camera right here. Wait, come back! Get it. It's a YouTube channel. Yeah, there's a YouTube channel. I got a YouTube channel. Oh, that grandma was close. See, the water's warm.
Direct the combo move. Man, we got served.
Combo move.
Oh, Tina hit it like a special.
Yeah, she did it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like 2 years.
Pa. 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 Oh, my boy.
Oh, wait, now.
Put your back in.
Two love. Oh, Tina on the back. Layla, you on the back too?
No.
What's wrong with you, Layla?
I'm not even playing.
Why are we not playing?
I don't want to.
That's okay.
See, the water's fine. It's fine.
Nah, I'm gonna go there and do it.
She had it. Nice.
Oh, man, we almost had the same goal for a second.
Almost had it.
Hey! But almost is not good either.
Okay.
Layla, you vlogging?
Almost.
So, you know,
You vlogging? Get it from different angles. Pan us like this.
I need a towel real quick.
Go over there and get our towel.
Look at you over there.
Get it
Oh,
on!
brown skin. Again? We gotta get to the middle of the pool.
Oh, I can.
There you go, nurse.
What's fired up?
Yeah, I got it.
Don't fall, Layla.
I'm not.
don't fall in
Oh,
that
gosh,
pool.
no.
Let them stay
Oh,
back.
no.
Stay
No,
back.
I'm not about to get in that water. Yep. Grandma, you have to cut some parts out, like what I just said.
You're shaking it like this. Okay. Okay, because it's going to be shaking. You can just shake your hand. Like you can put it on. You can slowly get it. Oh, that was good.
Stop it.
Grandma,